In short, they're at it again.
Whoa!
So one thing that Disney just can't stop is they just have to keep putting out live, quote unquote, live action remakes of their animated classics. Now, even though Tangled wouldn't necessarily be considered a classic as far as box office goes, in the eyes of the fans and viewers, it most certainly is, because pretty much every girl that I talk to when we bring up Disney movies, they say that like, oh, I freaking love Tangled. But it's kind of gone under the radar for a long time. But with the advent of Lilo and Stitch and Moana 2's coming out, or actually the live action Moana, let's only talk about live action remakes, quote unquote, obviously, because it will be heavily CGI. Mufasa's about to drop, and I hope that bombs for my own reasons. I think it's absolutely stupid and retarded. But yeah, they've just announced that they're bringing Tangled to the remake screen. One thing that I don't think Disney is realizing is that whenever they put this much money into it, it's either going to tank or it's going to barely be mid. I don't think this isn't really anything new. Obviously, we did want to see Beauty and the Beast. In my opinion, they effed that up pretty royally. It was okay, but that was the most passable one that I think I've seen. A lot of people like the Jungle Book. I actually never watched it, but even that one, and granted, a lot of them have done really well, but they don't really have like people looking back at them fondly. Like it was an event at the time. However, those events are now over. They're hip to the game. So I don't think this is going to work out for them in a business sense. And I wouldn't even want to see it, to be honest. Even though I did like the original and when Mandy Moore and Zachary Levi were the ones voicing the characters. But they have said that they're now attaching Michael Gracie as the director for the project. Now, if you don't know Michael Gracie, he actually did his first feature film with The Greatest Showman with Hugh Jackman, and that has been looked on fondly. So, like, okay, we know he knows how to do musicals, unless he's just a flash in the pan. But all right, that might be something that people can get excited about. But there's one thing that we need to point out is that these are not finalized. They're in talks. It is reported that they're on talks. However, like the cast has not been fully nailed down and set. Not even this, but his name is now attached to it. But there are been scripts that are going around, one by Jennifer Caton Robinson, whose credits include Do Revenge, Thor Love and Thunder. And now you see where the reticence to be excited about anything comes from. Thor Love and Thunder. Great. Yeah, we'll see how well that one did for you. And the upcoming I Know What You Did Last Summer reboot, which hasn't even come out, so we can't even judge it on its own merits. But, you know, this is one thing these people do as far as these journalists and everything. I know they're trying to do the most recent stuff in this person's repertoire, but if you're trying to make them look good, you might want to just like casually omit the ones that everyone absolutely hates. Just if you want to make yourself look better, if you want to make that person look better, if you want to like garner hype for what's coming out from that person, you might want to just casually omit what they worked on that everybody hates. I mean, most people do their research anymore. It will get reported, but you don't have to do it for them. Now we know what the tale of Rapunzel is, so we're not going to go too much further into this, but this is just a very short thing that I was just going to talk about real quick because not only has it been officially announced, but now they're going through all the backstage processes. So now's the time for discussion. Who would you want to play Rapunzel? That's my question for you. Do you think this sounds like a good idea whatsoever? Do you even care? I know most people probably don't. They'll look at it as blase, at best. But you never know because some of these things do end up hitting really, really big in the box office, and some of them actually garner a lot of hype, a lot of attention, and deserve it. So we reserve our judgment until that time. But until next time, until tonight, with Joe Rosie, our special guest on Late and Gate with the GCA, 8:30 p.m. We got about 3 hours, and we're going to start. Hopefully, y'all come join us there. Until next time, this is Multi from the GCA, and y'all have a good one. Bye.